here. As I mentioned earlier, Jin is very notorious for playing many characters at a top level. And Roger, notorious for being a master of the Ike. I've not played Roger personally. I have played Jin in bracket, and he dominated me with Palutena, but it looks like right now he's going to be using that Pyra Mithra, so we're going to get a little bit of Battle of the Anime Swordsman here. So we're going to go into Town and City as well. So honestly, I love this matchup if I'm Pyra and Mithra here. That is just going to be able to put on so much pressure, get out of these Ike strings with that foresight. I don't really see too many disadvantages for Jin here, but once again, Roger's just a great comeback player, able to do so much on this Ike, even despite him being considered a pretty poor character. And there's that foresight, as I just mentioned, getting able to do these strings for 83%. Just showing absolute domination in the air right now against this Ike. And it's going to look like he's going to try to switch to Pyra soon and hopefully take this kill, because he's already racked up so much percent. Pyra can take these kills at the earliest possible times, but Roger just trying to keep his distance a little bit, try to play the range game, because while he is slower and has slower aerials and whatnot, wow, I didn't think that was going to kill. No effect there, but Mithra just going to take that kill right off the top of Town and City. And Roger going to need to put on some pressure here if he's going to want to have a chance in this game. But that up B not going to do it, so Jin is still going to be putting on more pressure, more percent with this Mithra. Just able to do so much with these strings off these platforms. Roger looking for a down air is going to take that stock. That was disgusting. So now we're at a much more even game. Roger just trying to play the spacing game. Hopefully look up to rack up some percent and get an easy early kill. But once again, Jin is also looking for these aggressive combos, taking advantage of that foresight. And that F smash was terrific. Taking the stock by switching to Pyra. Wow. Just phenomenal gameplay from Jin. I have not seen his Pyra until today, but I know he's an expert with most characters. I've known him for me, Sword Fighter, Palutena, played Bayonetta against me, I believe. It's not pretty, but there's a reason he's gone this far in his bracket into this losers quarters final, as he takes a commanding lead right now against Roger, taking 51% already, having a clean, good, full stock lead here. Trying to get him off into that upper blast zone again with Mithra. Honestly, completely doable on this stage, because Pyra doesn't even need to take these kills. Mithra is able to kill easily off the top or off to the side of the stage. But yeah, Jin just playing a little carefully, just trying to stay away. Doesn't want to give Roger an inch, because then he can take a mile pretty easily. But right now, just putting on the pressure with his neutral special. Hopefully looking to take a stock here with Mithra off the edge, and he's going to do just that with the down smash. 1-0 for Jin. That was just a Pyra Mithra masterclass right there. Great gameplay out from Jin, taking that first game off of Roger. And Roger has had a great run as well, losing to Plus in winners quarters and then defeating Vemnazur and Triv. Triv, he narrowly took that set, only winning game 1, 4, and 5. Triv also a fantastic player, unfortunately ending his run in 7th place tonight. And right now, the next 2 games we're going to see is winners finals, Loafer and Uno, another Kazuya Game & Watch game, and then losers quarterfinals with Plus and Lux. But here we go into game 2 of Jin and Roger on small battlefield, same characters, same skins, whatnot. Just going to be a completely different stage here. Going to be definitely different from what we expected in that Town and City game. Right now, Roger just trying to apply a lot of pressure with the range here, because if Ike has anything in this matchup, it's the slight range advantage, which does help him a lot. And he's able to take kills pretty early off of Mithra if you're not careful, if you're Jin. So Jin's going to want to be extra careful and try to keep him in disadvantage as much as possible, because Mithra is fantastic at doing things like that. As I say that, he brings him to an even percent. So getting a lot closer in this game here, but just great ledge pressure. Going to be able to take that stock so much earlier than expected against Roger. Yeah, Jin is just doing fantastic work at not only keeping Roger in the air, but also taking him off stage and taking those stocks earlier than expected. But Roger looking for kill strings here that he's just not been able to find today because of these foresights. These foresights just prevent his Nair from doing too much damage before it's already too late. And Jin just looking terrific, just keeping the pressure up on him, taking him to 69% already. Jin being put in disadvantage a little bit here, but still able to play it a little bit safe and stay away while also trying to get a down air on this Pyra, take the stock early. But that was a great dash attack from Roger. Good call out, taking the stock. Still got a bit of a percent lead to climb back to, but overall doing great with the spacing here, just trying to make the game more even. But Jin's still putting on the pressure, especially off stage, but Roger's also doing great at recovering with these side Bs. Obviously an expert of this character. Good DI there from Jin. Taking him off stage and looking for that down tilt conversion, but not going to get it. Still keeping him off stage, but it's going to be hard to kill this Ike if you don't switch to Pyra, because there's only so many chances you get out the ledge, you know what I'm saying? And Roger and Rage here can take this stock very early. One up air right now could do it. Wow. Great up B call out. Clear matchup experience there. Didn't take the stock, but that one is going to take the stock. Great gameplay from Roger, playing the ledge so carefully there and bringing this game back to an even score unless he keeps his stock for longer, which he will not. Great up smash call out from Jin. These characters are just doing so fantastic at punishing each other's flaws in their characters and whatnot. But Roger right now is keeping himself in advantage, keeping that Pyra on the ledge, hopefully not letting her take an inch, and that's exactly what he's doing. Just keeping him in the air here, putting him at these high percents. One up air could take this stock, especially if he stays on Mithra. But once again, this is Pyra Mithra, so wow, doesn't matter. As I say that, Nair into up air conversion will in fact take the stock and the game, bringing it to 1-1. We have a set on our hands. Alright, as an update for our redemption bracket, Papaya defeated Double D 3-1. Double D was on the link for games 1 and 2, and then the Incineroar game 3 and 4. So Papaya is going on our grand finals for redemption, so that's going to be interesting as we see where losers goes. But right now we're going to get into game 3 of Roger and Jin, this time on Hollow Bastion, so just constantly switching stages here. Clearly no one's finding the exact stage they are looking for. But right now we're just going to see another battle of the spacing from Roger. He's just trying to be so careful not to let this Mithra get an inch, because if she does, that could be a fast percent rack up. Even on Pyra, 48% just off of 4 aerials. Disgusting. Ooh! Juicy F smash at the ledge. Brutal stock loss for Roger, taking a strong advantage on Pyra, not even using the Mithra yet, going for the same F smash, not getting that time, but really striking fear into the heart of the opponent there. And using these footstools on the side B to keep him at ledge, already taking him to 104, 117%, just dominant gameplay here, keeping Roger in disadvantage no matter what. Roger's going to have a steep hill to climb after Jin takes another stock with dash attack. This is not looking anything like last game. Jin just playing dominantly on this Pyra, being able to just completely outspace and dominate, and now getting conversions with this Mithra too. 22% on the Ike. Not looking good if you're Roger, but I mean, at least it's not game 4 or game 5 or anything like that, so he still got a chance in this set, and he still does have a chance in this game, only at 35%, and Jin himself at 104%, even though he is on his 3rd stock still. Great foresight, almost taking a down tilt there. That could have been a great conversion, but just narrowly missing it. Yeah, no, Jin just keeping him in the air, but great read on that switch with the down air. Didn't quite find the up air to kill him there, but still putting in the work, and honestly, this is not looking pretty. High percent now, finally being able to take that stock of Jin's. 2 stocks to 1 for Jin, with Roger at 82%. It is doable. Ike with Rage is extremely deadly, but that Mithra F smash at the ledge almost takes it, but not quite. Roger's still in this, on his last breath, not giving up, trying to take more percent here, which he's able to do. That's 40% racked up as Jin switches to the Pyra, which also could take the stock at any moment, but great read from that Nair into the down air, just missing the spike, which would have taken the stock, and that down air to up air is going to take the stock and the game for Jin. Jin now leading 2-1 against Roger. And now we go into game 4 as we see what stage they go to. Yep. So, wow, that was very dominant from Jin. There's some signs of life from Roger towards the end. Oh, we're going to go on PS2. Interesting. So, completely different stages every game. So, honestly, no idea what to expect. Disconnect your Pro Controllers. Wow. Alright. Going into Game 4 here, Jin leading 2-1, looking for this final game to take it here. And honestly, I like PS2 more for Ike here, even though Ike definitely does not win this matchup. Ike is going to be able to find quick and easy kills off the top here, but so is Pyra. So there's some things you have to worry about with this matchup, but honestly, this looks pretty good if I'm an Ike player. Right now, Roger's already trying to rack up this percent. Take an earlier lead because last game he fell behind very early and it was the detriment for him. He wasn't able to make a slight comeback. He's already being taken off this ledge. Jin just playing so well at keeping him at disadvantage. Just not showing any mercy. Oh, what a great read with that down air. That was perfect timing. Absolutely delicious down air on ledge. Now he has a 3-2 stock lead against Jin. Against Roger, excuse me. And he's still putting on more pressure with this Mithra. Roger just needs something. He needs a nair, he needs a grab, he needs an aerial, just anything to get him back into this game. Hopefully trying to apply some ledge pressure here, but if Roger doesn't win this game, the set's going to end. So, very high stakes here for Roger. But still, Jin able to stay away from these nairs and these up air conversions, because that can take the stock super duper early for Ike here, especially with Rage and on PS2. But not quite finding it just yet. Jin playing very carefully to avoid these conversions while also racking up as much percent as possible to get this early kill, hopefully, on Pyra, and taking him up into the skybox here, but not quite taking it yet. Not switching off to Pyra either. Roger carefully putting him off stage. Trying to apply ledge pressure, hopefully hit him with a grab here. But, wow. That up B going to take the stock, bringing it to even stock, but not even percent. So, Roger got a little bit of a hill to climb. Not too bad. Very doable, especially for a player of this caliber. But hopefully, we can see some interesting gameplay from both of them. And that was a great nair string, taking him to 46%. Obviously not able to deal as much percent as you would like, and that was also a great read with that grab, reading that directional air dodge, but Roger still putting on the pressure at this ledge, even in disadvantage state, which is fantastic. It's what you want to see. And up air would have taken that stock, I believe. Ike is so strong on this stage and with Rage, but Jin doing fantastic to keep him where he wants him, because he knows that he could lose his stock at any point from just the wrong aerial at the wrong time. Good timing on that air dodge from Jin, being able to stay away from that up B. Learned his lesson after last stock for sure. But yeah, now we've got a much more even game here, as Roger's been able to hold on to the stock for a lot longer than expected, but Jin's still being able to take it a little earlier with that forward tilt to the forward air conversion, but Roger also taking it with the forward tilt, and now we got even stocks here. This could be the final stock of this set if Roger doesn't take it, but we shall see as Jin takes more pressure with these Mithra strings, doing so much percent, keeping him at disadvantage, already taking him to 46%, but Roger having none of that, and still bringing the percent to even, just comboing him to death. Well, not to death, obviously, but even stocks here. Very interesting gameplay right now. Just these characters just trying to look for their own sword conversions, hopefully taking these stocks earlier than their opponent would like. And now he's switching on to the Pyra. So Pyra with Rage is also just as, if not more, deadly than Ike with Rage. So we can see some disgusting gameplay from this Pyra. Like that down air into the up smash and just missing off the tech. Roger's still in it, even in disadvantage state. This could go either way. I honestly both of them looking for these strings into up airs or up smashes. They're going to be looking for these kills off the top, but he's not going to do that as he reads the recovery and takes the set with the forward air. Jin winning 3-1 against Roger in our losers quarterfinals, knocking Roger out of the bracket in 5th place. Fantastic run from Roger today at River City Rumble 5. Just a great run. Also great run from Jin, as we're going to see him in loser semifinals against the winner of Plus and Lux, who are currently playing right now. And looks like the next game we will be seeing is Loafer and Uno. So another Kazuya Game & Watch match. It's going to be very interesting.